There once lived a young girl named Lira, in a quiet seaside village where the wind carried the scent of salt and wonder. She wasn't like the other children. While they ran through the fields, Lira sat by the shore, watching the waves whisper their ancient secrets. The sea had always spoken to her, not in words, but in feelings, in tides that tugged at her heart, in the lull of a breeze that seemed to hum her name. One morning, the sky turned strange. What began as a gentle breeze became a roaring wind. Clouds darkened, and the ocean, once calm and kind, grew angry. Waves crashed against the rocks with fury. Fishermen pulled in their boats. Mothers locked their doors. And yet, in the middle of the storm, Lira stood still, listening. She could hear something beneath the thunder. A voice. Crying. Whispering. That night, from the wild waves emerged Naia, the mermaid Lira once saved. With silver scales and eyes like rain, Naia had returned, not with songs, but with warnings. Something ancient is weeping, she said. The sea is grieving, and her sorrow has turned into a storm. Guided by Naia, Lira dove into the depths. The water welcomed her, wrapping her like silk. Together they swam past coral towers, trembling from the current's wrath. They passed frightened sea creatures and glowing ruins where silence had replaced song. In the heart of the ocean, they found the truth. Melora, the great sea spirit, was mourning. Her sorrow so deep, it had drowned the peace of the waters. She cried out for her lost child, and each tear became a crashing wave. Lira did not run. She did not hide. She listened. And with a brave heart, she followed the whispers of the past, finding an old locket in the ruins of a forgotten shrine. It carried the image of a young girl, a girl who looked exactly like her grandmother. Racing to the surface, Lira sought the truth. Her grandmother, once a lost child taken in by the sea spirit, had lived between two worlds, land and sea. Now, Melora believed her daughter was gone forever. But Lira carried her voice back to the ocean. A message in a glowing shell. Words from a mother to the spirit who had once cradled her. As Melora listened, her sorrow softened. Her storm began to still. And in that moment, the ocean wept gently, not from pain, but from peace. The waves calmed, the waters cleared, and coral gardens bloomed with color once more. Melora, with eyes like endless tides, blessed Lira with a pearl, a single, glowing tear that would always remind her of the sea's heart. And Lira, in return, made a promise. To visit the shrine. To honor the spirit. To listen when others would not. And so, the girl from the shore became something more, a guardian of stories, a keeper of peace. The village would never forget the storm that came, nor the girl who calmed it with courage, truth, and love. Her name was Lira. And the sea would whisper it for generations to come.